at that Mad Monster. That's a Mad Monster drink, isn't it?
Yeah. Did they get that for you? Yeah, well then, there you go. More than a tenner and the rest.
Joe, can you do this every week?
Keeping the 15 cent off, bringing it home and everything is.
He knows you well.
That's the Christmas bonus sorted.
Well, do you want to... Will I start it?
You start it.
Right.
Oh, I thought we started.
Yeah, we'll start. We start. We always do it.
Some good shit, don't we?
Yeah, no, we are. Right, we're here today. This is not... We're good. We good to go then?
Yeah, you're good to go, bro.
Yeah. Right, Joe, how are you?
You already said that. Yeah, we did this.
We're getting a bit nervous at the start, so
yeah, it's always a bit. Do you know what? It's mad different once you're on record.
Yeah.
You know, you just feel like, oh fuck, like.
I know. Yeah, you just kind of stiffen up.
And the cameras, you can feel the cameras right in your face.
Yeah. No, you do when you can see Carl judging you. It's horrible. Like you can.
Yeah, you can feel it. But you get a sheet of glass or something like a little one-way mirror. Like.
You try to do that. He just breaks out all the time. He's Knievel. Evil Knievel over there.
Oh my God, I guess sweating all of a sudden.
Joe McGucken, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me. Jeez, thanks very much. Your voice just broke. My balls dropped, lads. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we've been buzzing to have you on, honestly. Yeah. When we started this, you're one of the first names we even said. Not even just trying to name.
Show me your tongue. Spots all over it.
No, that's a deceit I have. Those are people out there.
It's normal out here.
No, but we have, honestly, so it's mad to actually have you in here.
Yeah, is it? Tell me more about it.
Watching your sketches and even watching fucking listening to Starlet and the RTE free gaff and stuff like that. We've said it for years, even before we started. So we do comedy as well. We'll get into that. But,
will we? I'm the guest here. I'm the fucking guest.
We get real nervous.
Get into that.
When it gets so quiet, we get real nervous. I need someone to say,
he does. I need to, when he talks, I have to go behind him, yeah. No, because he hates it.
Oh, you can't. It's not in a podcast.
No.
You can't have, yeah.
When we're on our own,
don't point fingers at me.
I'm pointing
at it as well.
Be careful, I have my tongue disease. But when we have our own one-on-one, right, we've done a few. And when I'm talking to him, I ask Card, he'd in the middle of it, he'd be like, why aren't you answering me back? You're telling the story. What do you want me to do?
He doesn't. I nod and stuff like that, give him a bit of support, you know, that way.
Yeah, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get any yawns.
This is shite. Is it my turn to talk?
Literally.
But it is. It's mad having you here. We're buzzing. Thanks for coming in.
No worries. Thanks for having me and thanks for asking me and being patient with me because I was fucking saying... No, I wasn't saying no, but I was just like, I'm fucking doing something.
Yeah. You were like, we need you to get bigger guests first to see you're all right. I seen that message.
That's what yeah.
When Enya comes in, I might.
I waiting to see how Joe Dowling goes.
But now we're proper buzzing now. So for anyone that doesn't know you, which obviously everyone does, your background's mad, so they don't even know where to talk. And I know it's not an interview, but like touching on certain stuff, like, so you obviously do sketches for years, which is how everyone would have getting to know you.
Yeah. You asked me, I'll tell you.
I thought he was like, where are you going? You couldn't.
I'm going to be a fucking awful guest. I'm just going to be a dickhead. But come on, ask me fucking questions.
Do you ever do sketches on social media?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever hear podcasts?
Yeah, I have one. Two fucking podcasts.
What's your favourite one?
What? Mine.
That is a good one to probably jump into. I know it's a bit into it, but you just started your own solo podcast.
Yeah. Bowled.
Well, it's a really good. Do you want to explain? It's doing on the arse here. Do you want to talk? Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Get him to do it.
Next time, write some questions out, lads. Be prepared. You only have an hour in here.
Yeah, so. we this is like our sixth guest, and this is probably the nervous of seeing him. He's mad nervous.
I just feel like he hates me. I feel like he can't stand me.
I do. But that's not unusual. Like, I hate everyone. I hate most people.
But your new podcast is fucking rapid.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah.
Show me your tongue. Did you actually listen to it?
No, we both have, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, for research purposes.
No, genuinely, even put your hands up. Genuinely, if you weren't coming, tongue out. If you won't come, no, we still would have. Like, honestly, it's fucking brilliant. Like,
nice one.
No, it's
really
very
good concept. I think Theo Von does something similar to that as well, doesn't he?
Somebody said, I don't know. I don't listen to Theo Von, but somebody said it's kind of like Theo Von meets Louis Theroux, and I'm like, that's a crazy comparison. Does Theo Von do stuff like that?
So what he's done was not really like his podcast. He can have loads of guests.
I just said that he goes against me.
So I said that to him. He has loads of guests on, but he'd have Joe Rogan on, and the next week he'd have like a lunch lady.
Yeah,
and he just talked for 3 hours about the lunch lady, like what you do, and then a bin man from New York he had on.
Yeah,
like just that whole like just
he doesn't just have famous people there. That's what I was getting at as well.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that about Theo Von, but yeah, I don't want to have famous people on it. I just want to have people that have interesting stories, and it's not an interview podcast like this.
Yeah.
Like I'll go to wherever they are, I'll clip a mic on, and we'll just have a conversation. I'll let them talk for as long as they want, and I'll ask questions and stuff like that. And then later, I'll go back and I'll edit it, so it's almost like a documentary.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking to somebody, they know everything about their story. Like the last one I done with your man from your man that fought in Ukraine. He's talking about like FPVs, and he's talking about drones and grads and this, that, and the other, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So I'm like, right, I'll let them talk, and then I'll do the research later, and then just kind of give a little bit of explanation to what they're talking about.
I like that. It's real different as well. The way you don't talk in the interviews, really. From the ones I only listen to the first two, so the ones that I've listened to, you don't talk. You kind of ask the questions, and then you play the snip from the interview that you've done. I really like that different.
Yeah, it is whopper, because it's almost like you're listening to someone talk, paused, and then you're just their voice of reason coming in.
Yeah. Or an opinion. I'll give my opinion on what they said, because even when I was talking to your man from Ukraine, like he was like rattling his knee and shaking and kind of folding his arms, and I wanted to. He's saying something really confident, but he's not saying it with his body language is saying something completely different.
Yeah.
So I get a chance to kind of express that when I go back to edit.
That is good. I noticed that even in the Santa Claus one, you were kind of like, right, he's rambling now, so I'll just briefly tell you what he's talking about. That's good though. It just cuts it out, and it gets to the point.
At this point, I thought it was weird that Santi was cursing. That was
like,
fucking
no, they're all fucking bollocks. Alright, Santi.
Is there anyone you know, like, have you got a real big dream? Obviously, don't give that away that you have lined up, but is there anything that you'd love?
Yeah, there's
someone you'd love to have on.
Well,
fucking hell.
I don't know. I'd like to, like, stuff that I don't know about, but that I'm interested in, like space or aliens or like conspiracy theories or politics, stuff in politics that I don't understand, like world politics, and then also just kind of alternative medicines and sciences and stuff. I'm interested in all that kind of quirky stuff, as well as personal stories. There's a fella that I have coming on. I'm going out to chat to him next week, and he's gonna climb. He's tried already twice and failed, and now he's gone back to do it a third time. He's gonna be the first Irish person to climb Everest without oxygen, because when you climb Everest, you've a tank of oxygen and you're breathing the oxygen in because there's none up there. So you have to bring some with you. But he's going to try do it with no oxygen. And people have tried it before, and loads of people have died.
You just have to hold your breath.
Yeah. And leg it to the top.
Back down.
That was easy. That's a mad one.
Yeah, that is mad.
Jesus, that's risky as fuck.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Thrill seekers fucking freak me out. I love doing nothing. That's my pleasure.
We were only saying this is our favourite thing about you, man.
Yeah, but that's my fucking pleasure.
I love that you're honest about that as well, though, because I feel like, especially, have you noticed that in the industry that obviously we're trying to tap into that now, but the industry, a lot of people kind of try to portray like a happy-go-lucky, like the best version of themselves.
Well, just fucking influencers in general, like living like acting like they're living the life, they're renting cars to post on Instagram, and man, you don't own that fucking car. What are you doing? Like, that's crazy.
Is that Beamer not yours outside?
Shut up now. Shut up now. Tax man doesn't know about that. So,
no, but
we're driving around the Ford Focus with one headlight around these country roads, for fuck's sake.
One headlight. It must be a Joe thing. I think Joe was the same, wasn't he? Joe Dowling.
Joe,
He was like, "Can I follow you?" Lights aren't working.
You had to drive him home. I tried to go in and all that. I don't want to go in.
He left me this, he did, and you don't that.
Tissue dirty bastard.
Oh, stop. But
it's mad interesting. I really like that. I don't know. Everyone goes quiet.
This is like we have the prettiest girl of all time in here. I've never seen him like that. He's
I'm a bit starstruck. I am a bit starstruck.
I know.
Don't be.
Hold on, let me. Can I just
touch me?
No, what it is, that's another mad thing, getting to do this now. And like, as I said, yourself coming in, like watching you for years, like on your phone. And then we say,
that sounds creepy.
Yeah,
doesn't it? Watching you for years.
But now
I've been watching you for years on my phone.
You have more clothes on now.
Come out to the country and do a podcast with me.
We've loads of toilet roll. Show him the toilet roll.
What do you have to put in me monster, man?
I opened it up before I gave it to you. Notice that? Oh, that's gas.
You just take a big super. Yeah,
but it is mad though. That's why he's a bit starstruck. But I'm just had to point this out because when we had Anya Martin here, he butchered me.
Wait, were you starstruck with Anya?
No, he kind of goes to me
the intro. He butchered the intro, and then he just said, "I'm not going to do an intro for Joe today."
He just I didn't. We had got an intro, but then Joe was like, "You let's start.
Let's hear the intro." Then.
You had
it prepared. You had it prepared, lads.
You had it prepared. Let's go with the intro.
It's a light. Let's just call it a light intro.
Now I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Right, Carl, you ready?
What are you asking him for? He's just sitting over there.
He has to get his money somehow. Do the intro. I know, but stop, because he's gonna say that half an hour in. Do the intro.
No, you have to do the intro.
Right, you ready?
I'm always curious to see what people say about me.
Welcome.
Here we are, episode.
You don't have to
16.
say welcome. Like we're in it now. We're in the gaff. We're in the house.
And it's a free gaff. It's a free gaff. Yeah, do you like what I did there? Yeah, he didn't notice it.
I did.
Here we are.
Listen to him.
With Joe Dowling.
Okay.
That was nice. Come on.
Right, come on.
No, I haven't actually got an intro. We've gone past that.
Right.
Do you want me to do it?
Nah, it's grand.
Yeah,
It's grand.
thank
You're dwelling on this. We spent about 2 minutes talking about.
We'll start now.
Intro.
No, but it is. That's yeah. So we'll go straight to that then. We'll be like you doing sketches online.
If you want, yeah.
I know what you mean now.
I'm your guest now, man. I'm yours.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's a really good concept. Anyone who hasn't listened to your podcast,
thanks very much. Yeah,
it's class.
Yeah, nice one.
It's not bald. It's bold.
Bold, yeah.
Bold boy.
Bold boy.
I did say bold.
Why are you? You're releasing it once a week.
I'm gonna try do it once a week. Yeah. For like starting off, I don't know. Like it's just me. I'm just doing it with myself.
Yeah.
And like if I can't get a fucking guest, I might have to not do it 1 week or just do it by myself. But I don't know if anyone wants to fucking hear that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, no, it did.
You know?
Do you know what I like?
Interview yourself as the marathon runner.
Yeah.
He's done a marathon without training.
So tell me what did you do to prepare? Fucking nothing. Didn't do anything.
That would be a good one.
Shortest podcast ever.
Yeah. Okay, the end. Inspirational stuff there from Joe McGucken.
That was a mad one though. That was fucking gas, man. Well, it's just a mad concept. That was funny.
I was gassing you around.
No, but so you heard someone's gone to a marathon, you just automatically think 6 months fucking training, 8 months.
Yeah, well, I seen your mate Conor Ryan is doing. He's preparing for half a marathon.
Can you say that into the camera? Our mate Conor Ryan just swum out to him.
I heard your best friend Conor Ryan is preparing for the marathon.
Yeah.
5K with Chris.
Yeah.
That's his full name. 5K with Chris. And I feel like, what the fuck? There is no preparation for a half marathon. If there's no preparation for a marathon, there's no preparation for a half marathon.
Did you go? Like, would you go to the gym regularly? Like, or play sports or
what
anything?
What do you think? What do you think of me? I'm built like a praying mantis. Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Oh, we always cough.
You shouldn't have laughed. That's too hard. You laughed at that way too hard.
Sorry. That was good.
It's getting offensive now.
That's right.
I've offended myself.
That was
good. But like you must have played sports or something growing up. Like you can't. Did you just?
I think that's the whole thing. He said
just went and done it without any sort of training or no. That's mental.
Did you ever even run like it?
I lived in flats, so I went up and down stairs a good bit.
When was the last time you ran? Before that, have been like after your kids or something like that.
Running after the kids. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that as marathon training. I just have 2 kids. Besides,
no, but like I haven't ran in ages. Like I run playing 5-a-side, but I could probably tell you the last time I ran. Apart from that,
yeah. But I think a 5-a-side is probably harder because it's more intense. Yeah. Whereas if you're doing a marathon, you're just jogging. I walked for a lot of it. Like, you know, there's a lot of pictures and stuff going around of me just walking. And towards the end I was doing a lot of walking, but like even walking a marathon is supposed to be hard, and I'm just like, it's not, man.
That's mental. Like that, I can't even wrap my head around you doing that. That is fucking deadly.
There was people collapsing when I was doing it, and I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. Like there was people literally fainting, and there was people being carried off like about 6 people I seen being taken out by ambulances, and obviously they didn't do it unprepared. These have been training all year.
Still,
like literally from now until whenever the marathon is in September, or whenever the fuck is it, October? I don't know when it is, but that's how long they're training for. And then they bleeding collapse. And there I am like, pathetic. The fuck?
Give it over and get up, will you?
At the end, I'm the one with a bleeding medal.
Did you do it again?
No, I done it. Why would you? I wouldn't even want to do it in the first place. But I do it
every
again.
second of it.
I didn't yeah. But I was bored. I was very fucking bored.
It is boring running. That's what I can't get into. I hate the boredom.
Yeah.
The boredom. I'm just trying to think of a better word. I just don't know what to be saying.
It's shite. There was a couple of people along the way. Like I bumped into, the Guinness Gordo.
Yeah.
I bumped into him along the way, so I was chatting to him for a little bit, and then he does more running than me, so he's like, okay, I'm done talking to you, Joe, and then he ran ahead. And I just waited until somebody else recognised me, and then I was chatting with them, like, you know what I mean?
That's a good plan.
Yeah,
that is a good plan. Did anyone recognise you like that you don't know, like just a fan or whatever?
Yeah, people.
Yeah,
and
they all know the whole story, like.
Oh, there'd be people shouting like, "Go on, Joe! You said it was easy." And I'd be like, "All right, okay." There's a video of that. They sent me the video of them bleeding, filming me. I was
That is fucking. How bad were you after though? You must have been in bits, were you?
Man, honest to God, my legs just, as soon as I crossed the finish line, I just kind of stopped, and I was looking around for me missus. I thought it would have been a Hollywood ending, like she runs with the kids and they throw a blanket on me. Like I did it, Adrian. It was none of that. Nobody was allowed into the finish line area, so I went like that and I was looking around, my legs seized up instantly because I stopped.
Yeah,
And I done a quick sprint to the end line, like for the last mile. And then I was stuck there and my legs were in a heap, and I was calling Maura. I was saying, "Where are you?" And she was over at the Dáil. But to get to the Dáil, you had to walk around Mountjoy Square or wherever, Fitzwilliam Square. You had to go up Grafton Street, come down Grafton Street. And I was like, that's another bleeding half a marathon.
They'd come around to you.
Yeah.
Are you indecent?
They couldn't. They had everywhere blocked off. Like everywhere is blocked off because...
Oh, right. That's the excuse she gave you, was it?
That's what she told me, That's what she told me.
And when you met her, did you just die? Did you collapse when you got in the car or whatever?
No, because then I met her and then we had to go to the car, which was very, very far away as well.
For fuck's sake.
I was leaning on her, like, she was like helping me get to the car, but then we had the kids with us and they were running around and I was like, will you stop fucking running? Fucking run now on the road, and I can't even chase them, like, you know.
And it's not even that hard, kids. It's not even that hard. Anyone can do it.
Stop showing off, man. I just done a marathon.
You need to make a series out of that where you got to do a boxing match without training.
Why?
Oh, that's good.
Do a few different things like that where you do it without
Joe
training.
can do it.
No, because I think boxing is hard. The thing about marathon running is I don't think running is hard. It's running. It's literally what born to do
I love
it.
you're so determined about this. Like.
I did it. I proved to everyone that anyone could do it. Like,
do you know what would be a good idea for your podcast? Is someone that's
giving out tips now.
Someone
4 years in, you're giving out tips. Now go on, tell him what be a good tip for his award-winning podcast.
If you got someone real, like, I know you don't do famous, but someone that does like 10 marathons, they've done 10, and you just go in and say, it's not that, I've done it, like, it's not hard.
It's not impressive.
And they'd be that's their life, like, because now usually a runner, it is their life, like, do you know what I mean? It's their, like,
which is sad.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna get pushed up and I should stop talking now. Look at the big fella talking about running.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've been saying. Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Tagging in every TikTok comment now that we get.
And then you're just saying, well, I didn't even train, I did it, like.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. I'd love to see that conversation.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Such a fucking.
Do you not think that'd be a good one?
Yeah, it would.
It's just kind of childish, petulant behind, like, do you think you're great?
Yeah. Do you know?
Yeah.
Just go to a marathon run and say, do you think you're great?
Yeah.
Whatever. I did it. 6 hours.
That's
Whatever.
even mad, those 6 hours. What's the average for it?
People, like 4 hours maybe.
That's not mad off, considering you never train. Like,
2 hours. When you think, like, the winner, like, the fella who won it was, like, an hour and a half. Like, I've had shits longer than that. Like, I've been on the toilet for longer than an hour and a half at some point.
So fellas just ran the whole
ran
time.
it.
I wouldn't have even got my phone out for the first 15 minutes.
He must have been fucking legging it. Sprinted. He must have sprinted it.
Yeah, definitely. I love the picture as well of you in bed in your whole thing on you.
Oh, yeah.
Straight into bed, sweating.
With the number and all still on you.
Yeah, for 2 days. I was in bed for 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking legs, man.
Oh,
were in
fuck,
bits.
man.
Bits. Like.
Yeah, but anyone can do it, like.
Need to make a serious. What about cliff diving? I think anyone could probably.
I've jumped off a really high cliff before.
No training.
I was in Croatia. I was in Dubrovnik and we went on an Airbnb experience. where we kayaked out to a lovely island. If you were in Dubrovnik, people will know the island. But around the side, there's a nudist cliff that a lot of gay people go to. It's kind of a gay nudist area. You taking notes?
No running, nudist gay beach in Dubrovnik.
Now we know the big fella's also gay. No, I'm not, guys.
So I went around there, and then you can get out, you can get into the water, and then you can go up the cliffs. And there's different levels of cliffs. And there's only about 6 of us on this Airbnb experience, and we kept like going up and up and up and jumping off different higher ones. And we were really, really, we went up to the highest one, and we were really fit people.
Look good looking.
In good shape.
Right.
And they jumped off and they went into the water, and it was grand.
Were you naked the whole time?
No, we weren't naked.
Oh, you were now, right.
It was me and me missus, and it came down to us then, and we were like, all right, go on, fuck it, we'll do it. But it was really high, and it was really fucking scary. And I jumped down, and I clattered my feet, and the soles of my feet, it was like you got a bamboo stick and just went boom off it. But then me missus...
That was a mad random.
It's just like boom, oh. So fuck. But then me missus done it, and she jumped, and her feet went in front of her, and she came down like arseways, like, and landed on her
literally
arse.
arseways, like literally
arseways, and she fucking broke her tailbone, like
Jeez.
on the water. And then she had fake nails and everything, and the nails ripped her actual nails off her fingers.
That's horrible.
God,
yeah,
man.
nasty.
How high was it? It must have been huge.
What? We should go down like that, and her hands like that, and the nails.
But she didn't jump like that, like a fucking crab.
View from the sky nails.
Hold on, just before I hit the water.
Did she go after you, would you say?
Yeah.
And you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was
It's
hilarious.
hilarious.
I done one like that in Malta, but we were drinking on a party boat, and people were jumping off. We swam over, and it was a longer swim than we thought, and we were all pissed. When we got to the top, we was like, fuck. You just have to do it then when you're up there. Jumped out, and one of the lads like hanged, like, you know, just like fell off the side rather than jumping out. We thought he was dead.
And did he?
No. Sorry.
Close though.
Yeah.
Well, like
he jumped like that, so his nails were grand.
Oh, well, that's good, man. That's good. Like, if you're ever doing a cliff dive, do that.
Yeah, I thought you didn't train for this sort of shit. What's going on?
So I heard. I don't know.
When you say that was an Airbnb experience, is that what you said? Well, Airbnb, like where you rent a place to stay?
Yeah, but they also do experiences. So you can do an Airbnb. I've done a couple. So Airbnb, you can go on, you can look at experiences, and you can pay somebody to show you around Dublin, or you can pay somebody for an experience.
This is not a sponsored ad, by the way.
This is not a sponsor for Airbnb. But I done an Airbnb experience in Dublin before.
Yeah.
It was make a stew with an authentic Irish woman.
And they don't
give you.
I thought you said something else. I thought you said an autistic Irish woman.
She could have been. She could have been. I don't know. I mean, if she's making stew, anyway.
Well, she did dive into it like this.
So I done this Airbnb experience, and they don't give you the exact address until afterwards.
Alright.
And until you book it. And when we booked it, I realised that the address was very close to where I lived, like growing up, and my ma still lives there and stuff. And I'm like, this is gonna be me ma or me auntie or something like that, you know. And I went in, and I was in your woman's gaff, and it was just a load of Americans, because no one in Ireland is doing Airbnb experiences in Ireland. So I went in, and it was this old woman who, you know, you just fucking made a stew.
I done my field chop today. I'm not lying. I'll send you a picture when I got home. I got ingredients for the stew.
I don't want you to send me a picture of that.
No, I don't. But do you remember how it was made?
And then afterwards send me address.
Do you remember how it was made?
Because I haven't got
everything.
I swear to God.
You're trying to get tips?
I swear.
I'll give you the number of this woman in Ballybock that can sort it out.
I swear to God, I'll get me TikTok.
Oh my God, man. How many was doing that?
So there was about 6 Americans, and then me and me missus.
That is so funny.
Look, here's my last 3 search histories. It's stew recipe, traditional Irish stew, and Joe McGucken.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
What is the odds, man? The podcast effect again. That is hilarious. So now you show me how to make a stew.
There you go.
Well, I went in to do this stew, and then I made the stew, and then while I was cooking, part of the experience is she brings you to a local pub, and you can have a pint of Guinness. And you're like, lovely, nice. And then we leave the pub, and we go past the Blind Ref, which is a bit of a dive bar, but it'd be my local. And I thought that's where we were going. And everyone else there, they said, are we in there? And she goes, oh no, I wouldn't go in there. That place is, it's pretty disgusting. And I'm like, bitch, you fucking shitting on my bleeding local stomping ground. Fuck you and your stew and your fucking brown bread. Brennan's bread all day.
All day.
Oh, soda bread is nice though.
Shut the fuck up. You can fuck up as well.
I know. Do you know what? I'm glad you're nervous. Oh, that's funny, man. When was this? Was this years ago?
It's like last year.
Man, that is so funny. Did you record any of that? That is so funny.
No, I should have.
Yeah,
that's
you should have.
why I want to do this, the new podcast, because I want to interview her and say, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, for the show, just before I go any further. Brennan's batch or Brennan's normal?
Normal.
Yeah,
Fuck batch.
Oh, batch is nice.
Well, you're disagreeing with him now.
No,
yeah, you would have said that for Anne.
Yeah, you would have said that for Anne.
I was literally about to say batch is banging.
No, you didn't. You just said normal bread there, and then you went and said batch.
Batch is banging. There you go, Joe.
Batch is shite. I would never. In what world would you ever choose batch over plain white bread? Like, it's just crumbly, stale, dry white bread.
He's a bit right there. He's a bit right.
I genuinely.
Only food shop today, and I turned down. I snubbed up the batch
He
bread.
does one food shop. He's had to bring it up 3 times.
Yeah, we haven't done it in ages.
He's so buzzing. Like, I did a food shop. 10 off 50. There you go.
No, it's actually Aldi. This is not a sponsored ad.
That's why we're in Aldi. We're not getting sponsored. But yeah, fuck off anyway. Batch is nice. There you go. I said it.
That's all right. Yeah, I own it. That's what I'm saying to you.
Because I know my man was going to be watching this saying, you let him talk bad about batch. you let Joe do that. But yeah, no, normal bread's banging as well.
yeah. Bread's great.
Yeah, so we're going to do this. So I'll do that. Do you want to do it?
What?
You bring us to do this.
To do what? The stew?
The stew, yeah.
No, do it yourself. It's on Airbnb. I'm not telling you how to do it. He doesn't know how to make a stew. You don't know how to book an Airbnb experience. For fuck's sake here, lads.
Have you heard of this experience?
I think no.
No, because when you were telling,
I was going to pretend I did, but don't.
No, because when you were telling this story, and I was like, he stayed in like loads of stayed in one house. That's what I thought it was. I was like,
yeah, but it's not just they do more than just you can rent the gaff. Like you can do.
You just said you don't know that.
No, we're not staying in the gaff.
No, I know that now. It's just
okay,
what's for breakfast? Stew again.
Leftover stews.
We're going for a pint in this horrible little pub.
Yeah. No, it wasn't horrible. We're just going in the end.
Oh yeah, we end up going down to the brew house in Fairview. And I'm like, this is not an authentic experience for these people.
Yeah,
I felt bad for them. Like, I was like, bring them into the blind draft. Whenever I have like tourist friends over, I'm always like, let's go to the shittest pub where you get good crack, good atmosphere, like meet authentic Irish people instead of going to these. You know when you go to a pub and they're wearing
autistic Irish people, I keep thinking of it every time he says authentic. We do loads of crack together. It's fucking
next week's episode, I met an autistic person. I actually did that podcast. But sorry, what were you saying?
You don't. I don't think you should ever drink in a pub where the barman wears a uniform.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I don't know if we've ever even been in a pub with a barman wearing a uniform.
Wait, so just the shirt and tie doesn't count as a uniform? Are you on about the crest and all?
Crest and all, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
And where they sell their own brand, when they have their own merch, if a pub has its own merch, get the fuck out of there. If a pub has salt and pepper on the table, get the fuck out of there.
This is very specific because I don't know any pubs that sell their own merch.
No, I know what he means.
Yeah.
Loads of pubs, especially town. You're from town, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially town. Obviously, loads of them do. Taking a few.
Oh, like, I know he might be talking about, actually, yeah.
Like the Temple Bar.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was afraid to say it.
Kennedy's and all that. Like, they all sell their own bleeding hats and everything. Like,
Wow burger.
Get the fuck out. Bleeding eat a burger. I'm not bleeding do me clothes shopping.
Trying to buy you caps and all. What's 20 quid I ever spent? I'll never do it again. But
you walk out of the place looking like you walked there. Looking like you're on a break. Shy.
But no, you're right there. I love an old Irish pub. You know, especially I have little, what are they called? They're not digs. What do you call it? You know, a little
snug.
Oh man,
what's that?
You know, a little, like, it's basically a little, not a room, but a little.
Oh, I do.
Corner.
Yeah. I've not really seen many of them either. Obviously haven't been to a lot of pubs.
Yeah, gotta get out more, man.
Do you know Slattery's in Rathmines?
Yeah.
I love that pub. That has a little snug as soon as you walk in on the right.
Do you know what snugs were for?
It's something to do with the war or something, wasn't it?
No, it was women weren't allowed into pubs, and then in the early, I don't know, 60s, 70s, 80s, they built these areas. So
that's a big gap there, 60s, 70s. So you're right either way.
30 years space. Give that when the women were done with their shopping in town, like they could go in and have a coffee. but they'd order shit up a little bit for them.
Oh,
But
really?
like, so
Yeah.
that they'd be separate from the men.
But you're not allowed an alcoholic drink, no?
No.
When you say
it would be frowned
Irish-
upon, it'd be frowned upon.
Oh.
When you say Irish up, do you mean they put a bit of drink in the coffee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can make it an Irish
class.
coffee. a little
That's
bit
why
of-
they're made.
And they push stew in it, the Irish up. What else would they be putting in it?
Do you want a few carrots in that coffee?
Take that soda bread out. No, I love a snug. You don't know them really?
I do. I know a few places that have them. Yeah, they are good. To be
That
fair.
bar, do you like Slattery's and that ones?
I said I did know it just to help you out, but I don't know.
Oh,
Just
good
to
man.
help you out.
Thanks.
Why do you think we're struggling? We are struggling a bit, aren't we?
I know he's on the clock.
We're clutching. We're talking about hats and merch and all. But we'll sidetrack then a little bit. We've said we do comedy, so we do stand-up comedy a little bit. You know, you've tried it a little bit at the start.
Yeah, I did it for a little bit, yeah.
Have you ever thought of going back to doing it, or?
I've thought about it, but I just don't... I don't know. I haven't thought about it enough to actually...
You've done you've
do
obviously done the live show now with Starlet, so you have the experience with like a live crowd.
Yeah.
So
I've done gigs before. Like I've done big enough gigs before.
Stand-up
I
gigs?
Stand-up, like?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Is this pre-sketches and stuff, or what's the time frame with this?
It's during the sketches. It was kind of before Darren Conway, after the Wind Up Merchants sort of
Right,
time
right.
period. When I was just kind of doing my own thing for a little bit.
Yeah. And did you always want to do stand-up, or did you just think it went hand in
I
hand?
love it. I love stand-up. I love the art of stand-up.
You can stand up if you want. You don't have to sit down. That's just an option.
No, yeah, I love running as well. I love,
I thought you were standing up already.
which is really small.
Why do you look at me? No, I think... do you know what's a good thing about stand-up? I swear to God, I'm going to say this word, but authentic. I know we're not just having a laugh with it.
Nice.
But what we see with
Big
you...
word.
Well,
Nice, well
Big
done.
word. Can we get a clap?
Can we get it? You're going to get 2 stars now at the end of this.
but what we thought, so obviously seeing you for years online, but when we met you here, and you're very funny from the offbeat, like, you know what I mean? There's no like different type of person. I think we always say that's the main thing about comedy. Even when we're struggling ourselves, like, I just wish you could be yourself up there. When you walk in here, everything you've said so far, even when the cameras weren't on, it's funny.
Yeah.
So I think
thanks.
you'd be in fucking natural at that, like.
Yeah, nice one.
Should have said that in the intro.
Why
That
did
would've
you?
been nice.
This is the intro. We're starting now, right? But Joe McGucken. But yeah, why did you stop then? Darren got in the way, did he?
Yep. And I'm like, come on, man. No.
Stall it.
How is he?
I just couldn't fucking. I couldn't. I didn't. I hated stand up, man. I hated doing it. I love stand up, and I could go to. I hate doing the same jokes. I hate saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
I even hate. I don't know. I've seen comedians doing the same routine. Like this year that they've been doing 6 or 7 years ago, and I'm like, where do you get the satisfaction from that? Like, when does it
How
stop
can you
being?
be? Sure it is.
6 or 7 years is a bit mad.
Where if it works, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to find a new joke that's as funny as that, and it's too out there to. If you're not Tommy Tiernan, then you don't have the freedom to try out new material in big rooms, like so.
That's the thing, because we're only doing it like a year. No, not even a year.
Not even.
Year in March, April, like so. But even
Do
at
you do
that,
it together like a double act?
No,
Laurel and
no.
Hardy, no?
Everyone thinks we do.
what did you say?
It was who?
I want to sign out.
But you just feel authentic. No, people always say to us we should, but this is gonna kind of go against, like, because there's not a real market for there. But at the same time, we're not really bothered by that. It's just, I don't know what
It's
it
not
is.
set up to do that, but it's the same as what you were saying there. When people are going to, well, like, if we get a good gig, you don't really want to try out new. Then you want to do what you're comfortable with. But then, you're always trying to change it. But then you get a good gig coming up, so you want to do your best bits, and then you're stuck in that rut of keep doing that. But I'm the same as you. Sometimes I'd be pulling my hair out, thinking, "Oh fuck, like I'm sick of saying this joke. Like I want to say something new."
Yeah, like you know what's coming. My favourite gig that I ever done was one out in Swords, where like I had a guitar, so I done comedy songs and stuff like that. But there was loads of music playing.
Are you your man from the
downstairs.
IMAX ad? Is that
Yeah,
you?
that's where you're coming across the nation. But there was loads of music downstairs, and I just start riffing off that and just kind of improvising for a good 5 minutes. And I only had like 10, 15 minutes. And that was the most enjoyable because not even I knew, like, you know, and so you're reacting, oh, you like that, and then like you go with that, and then you lean into it a little bit
That's
more.
why you would start it out, because you'd find yourself not like funny in a situation like this. You're just chatting away. Like,
I think it's actually harder the funnier you are in person and in natural chat, because as you said, you're so used to just riffing, or if the camera wasn't on here and we were just chatting, we'd have a laugh. When you're getting on stage, because it's not do you know what I mean? It's all pre-rehearsed.
Yeah.
It's like getting up there as obviously you know you do acting like a script nearly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the riffing is just unreal. Like, it's very hard. We're kind of on the same boat as us because we're so new. It's very hard for us to do that because you need to make good impression.
Yeah.
And then if you did it, it's very hard. Not just in case it did go bad because you have a name already.
Yeah, so but it wouldn't go bad if it'd be great if I done it. It'd be amazing. I'd smash it.
But you could see if you were saying like, fuck, like this could go bad. You know what I mean? Like, and people are, you obviously have names. People are there to see you. They know you already.
Help him, Joe.
Yeah.
He's falling.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Like we don't.
I do know what you mean because he has a personality. People know what his personality is.
There's
like
an expectation there to be extra funny. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's not the same, if your material isn't the same way as you are on a podcast, that's probably even harder.
Yeah,
because people know your sense of humor. But then if you go to write a script, well, obviously you've written before, so you're well experienced in that. But we'd struggle now to write how I'm funny. Do you know that way?
He doesn't agree with you.
No.
No, it's different for everyone, man. It's different for everyone.
So is that why would you do it again?
I would do it again. Like, I have the material. The material is still there, and like I love stand up, and I'm always writing jokes. And
you do? You're writing everything?
Yeah, well, I write it in my notepad. Like if I have a joke, a punchline, a setup, or even if I just have a punchline, and then I'd write down the punchline and then try to figure out the setup.
Give us one there.
No, from nothing.
Show us your tongue.
And is there gonna be like? Do you think you ever will do it? Because I don't know what you're saying here. Like, if you would do it or you wouldn't.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't have plans of doing it, but I wouldn't rule it out. Like, I'm very busy.
Of course, yeah.
If the work dries up,
do you get that drive though from doing the live show? Like the live audience must be.
No, I don't.
No?
Like when I come off stage, I'm like, thank God that's over. That's where
really?
I stopped it. Yeah, I don't get a sense of, get me back up there.
Yeah,
I just like the whole day, I'm like dreading it. I'm like, oh fuck.
I think he's my spirit animal. I think he's my spirit animal because I'm a bit like that as well. But then sometimes I'm afraid to say it because you know you're like, you have to put on a face to be like, yeah, I love it all the time. Sometimes to be dreading it.
He's not an animal, so I don't think. I know what you mean, but I don't think that's the right phrase.
Spirit animal.
He's my spirit animal.
He is.
I want to be a spirit animal. Little ghost.
But I did. Little ghost.
That's a spirit.
Nice. But no, I definitely know what you mean with that. I definitely know because he's the same. He hates the whole script and all. I say this. I've said this on this podcast before. But he hates knowing. He knows what's coming, even though it's his joke.
Yeah.
He loved it, and he's done it a few times where he went up and just riffed at the start. Like, that's fucking brilliant. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the best.
But even the honesty there to say, I'm glad that was over because you do get that, even though you're loving it. It is fucking high pressure, and you are a bit relieved afterwards. And not a lot of people admit that.
Like, when you asked him originally there, did you mean?
Wait, what was it? Talk, you can't talk away there.
Oh fuck, man, this is deadly. When you asked for a live, he means I think the live podcast. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
the live audience. Do you know when you do how many shows have you done now? 2 or 3 lives?
4 live shows.
4 lives
with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like 6.
Oh, is it that many?
Including Electric Picnic and stuff.
Oh, class. I think he means from when you do that. Do you get like when you get off stage from that? Do you even feel like thank God that's over?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah. It's more thank God. It's more thank God that we didn't fuck up. Like I said in the second episode of the Bold podcast, quick plug there. In the second episode of the Bold podcast, we talked about happiness, and I don't believe in happiness. I don't think anyone's ever kind of truly happy. I think the closest you can come to happiness is contentment. But I think people confuse relief for happiness. Or maybe I'm just a miserable cunt, but when I came off,
I'm just listening in here.
But like when I come off stage, and it's more like, right, you hit all the points, you done well, you didn't fuck up, you're relieved. Then it's not so much like, oh, that went fucking great, let me get up there again, I want to do that again. Like I don't get that. Right. I'm just like, thank God that's fucking over.
And that's where your happiness comes from, the fact that it didn't go bad, rather than just being pure. Or
there is no happiness, it's just relief. That sense of relief is what we say, oh, that's happiness. Like, you're happy, it went well, you happy. It's almost, people say when you're nervous, you're not nervous, you're excited. If you change your vocabulary and say that it's excitement instead of nerves, it'll make it easier for you getting up on stage and stuff like that. But I'm just like, man, you're fucking nervous.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Text him every time you say something to me.
He's done. He's at
the same level of wavelength as me.
No, so yeah, basically even before tonight, he got angry because I was excited here. Like about 20 minutes before you came, I was like, "Lovely, we're back and I'm excited," didn't he? And Carl was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Oh, I'm not excited now."
No, we didn't. Yeah,
basically, like, you know, like that's weird, isn't it?
Are you annoyed that you're not as excited as him? Like,
no, I don't know.
I think you're right. I thought it could be it.
Hold on, Joe. Shut the fuck up, right?
Psychoanalyzing yourself.
Nah, he just goes over the top, like, and then I'm like, oh.
Would you get
calm down? Like, you know what I mean? Not against you. Like, it's if it was just me and him, he'd be the same. Like, I'd just like, shut up.
But that's yin and yang, isn't it? Then you find a nice balance. You find the middle ground.
Yeah.
That's why we have the logo like that. Me choking him out.
And he's happy about it.
Yeah.
He likes that. He's into it.
He does.
That's what he has to fucking the toilet roll for. Dirty bastard. Do it hard.
That goes from the hip down. Open and
he does love it.
Was that? But yeah, do you do you know what you were saying, like happiness and you don't believe in it and you feel like content is what it actually is. Yeah. Does other people's happiness bother you then?
No, I mean,
he's you. Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
No, because no one else is happy. Like that's what I think. It's bullshit. Like if you're going around, you're happy and stuff like that. If there's someone like I know for a fact you go home at night and cry. Like there's no way.
I'm
on the fucking money, man. There we go. That's it. It's all about compensation. Like I think it's a balancing act. If you take the monks, man, the monks are just content. Because if you're extremely happy, you have to have an extreme low. It's a wave, man. But if you're just content the whole time, you're grand.
Yeah.
But you're not
that's
happy.
Where you want to be, but you're not happy. Or you can go like that, that's all right. But when you're this fucking happy, I know that you're that fucking low as well. Like,
no, he's dead, right? No.
Is he, yeah?
No, yeah. Do you know what's mad listening to you as well? Because obviously you had the sketches at the start and all, very funny. But very wise. Do you know what your spirit animal is in hell? We're wise, old man, Joe. Even listen to your podcast, you talk some really good. You listen to
some
like,
bollocks, man. Talk some shit.
That's a different podcast. You talk bold.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You talk real, like, you have the laughs, and you also do throw in like a bit of like, oh shit, that's good, that's sensible.
Yeah.
You have to be, don't you? Like there's time for having the crack, and then there's time for, all right, can we have a fucking serious conversation at some point? Not always. Like sometimes you want. It depends on who you're. I'm kind of like a social chameleon. Like I've a group of friends, and there's one fella. If I'm around him, I'm just having a crack.
Yeah.
And if I'm around another fella, I'll be crying in his arms.
Yeah.
Or if you're around another fella, you're a tough guy. You're like, yeah, fuck the world. Like, you know what I mean? You're kind of different people. It's like you balance it. You have a balancing act with everyone. Like,
I agree with that. I'm definitely like that. I'd be. So like around certain people, you're always trying to, like, you obviously would know me from ups, downs, everything. Other people, I'd never be like, I'd always be trying to be funny and all that type of way.
Yeah.
Trying. I'm failing. Whereas I feel like you're fairly not like that.
What am I like?
Like if you walk into a room,
no, just leave it, will you? It's like it's the first episode of 2020. What would you think I'm like?
We haven't even touched what we want to talk about yet.
Yeah, will you stop looking at it and change subjects and talking about me?
But you know what I mean? I think what he's saying is very true. What did you say at the start there? Is social.
I believe you don't fucking a social comedian. Yeah.
Social comedian.
A social comedian, and when you have different friends, you act
social
different.
What?
Comedian, is that what you said?
No.
Social what?
He hasn't a clue, Joe.
What?
He hasn't a clue.
Social koala bear, is that what you said?
He hasn't a breeze. What's going on?
Yeah, but just call it.
Social comedian. Some comedian that's on the Labour. Fucking social chameleon. You blend in with whoever you're around.
It's an STI, is it?
I said comedian.
Social chlamydia.
Oh, fuck, man. That is funny. That episode, The Pursuit of Happiness, that's what that one was called, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With the film director.
Yeah.
That fucking deadly, man. What an idea as well. From him.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy though, isn't it? It's
going around the world, yeah.
He obviously has a few quid as well.
You'd have to. You'd have to. 100. I thought there was more than 195 countries in the world.
So would I have, yeah.
And he's got to 160 or something. Did you say 140?
He only has like 40 countries to go. He's trying to do it in the fastest time possible. Like, why?
Yeah.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
He's only doing it for a day or so.
Do you know what I actually love about your podcast as well? You've only done it in two of them, I think, but you put your man in them at the end.
Oh, yeah.
That is fucking
that is
brilliant.
deadly.
Yeah,
that
I might fucking throw that in the end of every one if I can. Like
you should.
If it fits.
Yeah, I think it fits well.
Yeah.
But did you say, what one was it you said? Oh no, this is the one with the Lord Mayor or whatever, the fella that went to Russia or Croatia. What? Where was it?
Croatia.
Your man that went to Euros. Isn't that your man that
Euros? Playing up front.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you could drink and play. Is that what you did? But you said, I'm going to go now or whatever to your man at the end. And she's like, what are you doing that for? Am I making that up?
Oh, me man, yeah. She was like,
I'm afraid of you. I'm not going to be
honest.
honest.
You're bollocks, so she was like,
yeah, I think that's matter.
Joking, are you? Whatever.
Yeah, you're having us on. I think she said, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stall it, wherever you go.
Stall it. Stop being bold. You're having us. Yeah, I'm going. You have a free game.
Think of something else.
I'm out.
Do you want a spice bag?
Sketch.
Do you want a spice bag? Do you want a spice bag?
A good one, no, a very good one. Oh, dear, but that's deadly that you put that in at the end.
Yeah, like the stuff that I'm hoping she'll get a little bit more comfortable on the microphone, because the stuff that I'd rather her not even know. As soon as it's like this, whenever you press record, your guard goes up. It's like an instant kind of, right, I know I need to be on right now. And that's what me ma does. And I'm like, don't be like that. I done a series called Come Fry With Me.
Yeah. Oh, classes, ain't it?
And we done an episode with me ma, but it didn't go out. And it might go out, I don't know, but we done it last year.
And she doesn't like Granby, doesn't she? Not? That's the whole thing.
No, but I think she fucking...
You can't say that.
She loves Granby.
Granby burgers are the most underrated fly item. There's one for you.
A Granby burger on the fly?
Yeah. No? When would you have them?
Have on a fry.
Cheeky, that's cheeky.
At home, me dad. No, would you? No, I wouldn't. When would you have them?
Non-committal. So non-committal.
When would you have them, actually?
It just has a little snack maybe.
Snack? No, would you,
how would you have it, Joe? What would you?
I'd have it for dinner, lads. Yeah, stick it in a stew.
Authentic Granby. But sorry, what were you saying?
It's a good question. What was I saying? I was saying about me ma. Yeah, she was, but like I thought she'd be a bit of crack, and she is a bit of crack. But as soon as she was on as soon as she was on camera, like, you know what I mean, she tried to be proper. Yeah. She put on her phone voice, and she was like, yes, these fries are delicious, Joe.
Fries? Oh yeah, chips, fries. No, I don't know.
Sorry, don't mind. Just look at me, boys.
Grand, to do the same thing you've been doing all podcast.
But yeah, she just, it's the camera, as you said.
As soon as yeah, she just kind of puts the guard up then, like, you know. So I'm hoping she gets a little bit more comfortable with the microphone, and now I'm trying to look at you.
I'm only messing with
it. Yeah, hopefully she gets a little bit more comfortable.
Do you get that with other guests? Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, go on. Do you get that with other guests?
That's what like maybe not. If you want to answer that,
with every guest,
where they put that guard up, like,
yeah, that's why the way I do it with Bold. Like, I'm only 3 episodes in, so I don't want to say I know what I'm fucking doing, but like, I think like there's none of this. There's no microphones. There's no cameras. So I'll like press record while I'm clipping on the microphone, and just kind of like hope that they kind of forget about it. Like, you know what I mean? Forget that it's there. And because I know my voice isn't going to be on it, I'm able to say, let me think about it. Did you go to Russia or whatever? And then it'd be like, oh yeah, I've sure fucking done that, bleeding.
Yeah,
and
so it's not structured.
Casual. It's a bit more casual, yeah.
That's whopper.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I like it.
How many times did you said that? We'll put a little counter in. Every time you said that's whopper.
When he's talking, I have something I want to ask. You know that type of way? Like, fuck. See that, for example, you're saying there. How long do you talk to these lads for?
About an hour and a half.
Until I feel like
Santi, was
it?
Santi was an hour and a half. The happiness fella was an hour, and the Ukraine fella, I could have stayed with him bleeding for 5 hours. And there's so much that I didn't put into that episode as well, because it was interesting, but it didn't really help the arc of the story, and you're just kind of being selective then with the clips that you choose then.
Yeah, that's real well thought out. Obviously we knew that.
Bite me tongue.
Don't bite your tongue.
That's whopper. Oh yeah,
it's a part of the disease. No, but it is cool. And how long do you look at that then and say, I'm going to put this, got lightheaded, I swear to God, I'm not getting lightheaded there.
Take it easy, man. Let him ask a question.
Where are we? Go on, you ask.
Don't have no idea. What was it? Who has been your favourite guest so far? No, we were the Starlet ones as well.
I know. New guests and Starlet. These new guests.
We used to. We haven't done one in a long time now. Honestly, we had fucking...
Like, do you prefer getting an interviewee one and asking questions, or just having a laugh? Like,
yeah, I like having guests. Having new people in, yeah, you have a bit more to talk about. Like, if it's just yourself, if it's just myself and Darren, then you know it could be. It's just always easier if there's 3 people.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a pub, you know, I hate when there's one fucker that smokes and you're having the crack. All 3 is having a crack, and then someone says, "I'm going for a smoke," and you're just left with one person, and you're like, oh, because I don't know, banter bounces between 3 people, but if you're like 2 people, probably not so much.
No, that's a big thing.
You never feel like he's looking at me.
I feel like, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say to me? Do you know what, man? I have so many questions to ask. We haven't even touched on that.
Ask him.
I'm gonna be honest. That podcast, I now keep going back to. I just think that's fucking what an idea, and I just
thought he was gonna say whopper there.
Yeah,
that's whopper.
That's whopper.
But when you do the hour and a half with Santa, say, do you go home now, listen to that, and try? Do you have in your head you want it to be 30 minutes?
Yeah, kind of around that. I don't want to. I think, yeah.
And how hard is it picking them 30 minutes? Hard
enough. But it's grand. You just kind of go through it, and like you might use all of it, and you might use some of it. Honestly, everyone that I've gotten so far has been good at talking and know that story and have interesting stuff to say. And if they don't, I'll just keep on talking to them until I
get something out of them.
Yeah, keep digging until you get the gold. Because I think every single person, I'm sure you like everyone has a story.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And so I think it's just about scratching that out a little bit.
Yeah, he needs that even news there, didn't he? Even news probably have a story. Everyone does, but even news might.
Yeah, well, he's probably, I don't want to say, some people don't. Some people are born as fuck and they're just like, I'm grand, I've had a happy upbringing and nothing's been a problem in my life and it's grand. But you have a fucking podcast, which means you have egos and you're doing stand-up, and you're going to have anyone that does stand-up, I'm always like, what are you looking for? Why do you want people to laugh at you?
Insecurities, do you think that?
I think there's it could be insecurity, it could be... Yeah,
put my vote on you.
No, I agree.
First vote on him.
I agree. I do think there is always something. But even when you did stand up, did you go straight to bigger shows, or did you start?
Man, the first gig that I done it. So when I was doing the wind up merch and stuff, I done a podcast with a friend of mine, very small podcast, never went anywhere. But I was on it with another person who hosts kind of. I've always liked the idea of doing stand-up, and then this fella said, oh, why don't you do a bit of stand-up comedy at my
house?
It's kind of it may as well have been his fucking house, like, because there was no one there, and it was like a mixed kind of bag. So there was spoken word, there was poetry, there was music, and there was stand-up comedy, and there was fucking interpretive dancing and stuff like that, and it was downstairs, and it was weird. Like,
what is that?
Interpretive dancing.
Yeah, it sounds
it's just
sexy.
Like trying to express yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's crazy.
You'd love it. You'd love it. You would love it.
Google it later, man.
If you love it, he'd love it.
Yeah, I don't love
I'll be back in a minute.
I don't love it. But then, I went up and that was my first time doing stand-up, but there was about 3 people in the crowd, and it was painful. Oh. And I prepared really fucking hard for that. Like,
yeah.
I had said, right, I'm going to set myself a date, I'm going to prepare the set, and I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. But that fella was hugely supportive, and I went on to do gigs in Electric Picnic and everything, doing stand-up because of him.
That's
and with his kind of backing and stuff like that. So.
And did you switch it up there instead of saying whopper? You said that's unreal.
Because I actually am interested. That's the thing. That's not even a filler word. It's when you're interested. He would know. It's like, but when you did that then, and I know that was a tough show or whatever. Hear them ones as well, by the way, when you're at something and there's multiple things going on, they're hard.
Yeah.
Do hear people, I never heard that many now, but you do hear people say an open mic was singing. Like our mate Evan, there was an open mic for singers and they let him do stand up.
Yeah.
So there was 9
people
singers.
Singing and laughing and then jump in there
and do a few jokes.
There was a fella that went up before me and he done a poem about losing his child.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, thanks very much. Now up next, Joe McGucken, and I'm there doing songs about Jeremy Kyle. Hell, I'm like, sorry about your son, Jeremy Kyle.
Give it up for your last act.
Brilliant, gold every time.
Oh, and then so you were saying this is before Darren, after. I nearly say the Wet Bandits. That's why I didn't bring that name up.
Wet Bandits. The Wet
We dressed up
Bandits.
as them for Halloween. And every time I go say it, I nearly say the Wet Bandits. That's why I have announced it. What did you say it's called again?
The Wind-Up Merchants.
The Wind-Up Merchants. I just keep thinking Wet Bandits. Like, don't say that. Don't say that. So obviously you had a bit of a name and all that, as you know, but going into that. So
as
did
you know,
did
you
you
had a
do?
name, you know,
Did you just go in from? By the way, your name is George Michael, isn't there? Or something?
Yeah, George Michael's
That's
me
fucking
middle name.
brilliant. Did you know that? That's so funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
And everyone in my family is named Jay. Well, like the Kardashians. There's like
Hey, it's
7
actually,
of us.
yeah.
Yeah, we all start with Jay.
who's Kim?
Well, that's K. That's a K.
What?
I'm Kim.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm
Yeah,
Kim.
yeah, yeah.
All
Used to
right.
ends on Kim, yeah. Kimmy. But did you jump from that then? And do you feel like, because Enya Martin was the same, we had her in here, kind of a similar background to you, like doing the sketches and everything. And she said like she got a gig, had to do 5 minutes, felt like it was the end of the world. And then like a year later, I was doing an hour in Vicar Street.
But she loved it. I was with her on our first gig. Like we made sketches together, myself and Enya.
Yeah.
And when she was going to do that, I went to support her and give her some notes and stuff on her stand-up. And she loved it. She came off and she was like, I want to go back up there. But that's not the feeling that I get though.
Right.
And it's the feeling that people talk about getting. I just didn't get it.
Yeah, fair.
Joe Dowling hosted a night in the Woolshed before, and that was the last gig that I ever done, because there was a lot of bits in my stand-up about Mosney and kind of colloquial things like local stories and bits and the way I talk. I'm like, how are you? No, that's Joe Dowling style.
Yeah.
But when I went to the Woolshed, it's a very Brazilian bar.
Yeah.
And it was a
It's hard.
competition. It was the first time that
Everyone
I
doing
actually...
keep yuppies now. So hard. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do some stand up here. But all my jokes was all about that. And I was like, none of these are going to get fucking... They don't know what Mosney is. They've never been to
I haven't a
Mosney.
clue what Mosney is myself.
Do you,
What is it?
fuck,
You
man,
know what it is?
I keep
Fuck, he doesn't
forgetting.
know. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't
forgetting
know.
that.
Do you
Ask
know?
him.
Mosney?
He has a clue.
I think I am a dope.
Yeah.
What's Mosney?
Go.
You tell him, I'll let you. Mosney's a character. Is that a character or something? A TV show?
No.
No, I don't know. What is Mosney?
Who you think?
Mosney is a holiday camp from years ago.
Oh, I do know it from the 90s now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do know. It was like Butlin's kind
When
of
were you born?
98.
Same.
So do you remember 9/11?
Oh.
Well, not like...
No. Would you say it to me like, no, who the fuck remembers that shit?
2002 or something, was it?
2001, man. Are you missing?
We were 3.
We were
Oh my
three, yeah.
god! I think
What
it's
age
fucking
you?
weird when people can't remember 9/11. Like that was the biggest thing in my life. Like that was huge.
That made me
yeah.
happy.
Oh, yes, they went down. Oh,
That was the day I found out what content to happiness really was.
Like that was fucking. I think it's mad talking to two men.
Yeah.
Aren't just men?
About time someone calls us that. It's about time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just Ken. Anyway,
I'm just Glenn.
for what age would you have been then? You would have been a man.
11, but I remember it. I
yeah,
remember the
11's a good
news.
age,
Like I
yeah.
remember.
9 or 11
You don't
he was.
remember that. You don't remember that.
I wasn't 11.
You're like, oh yeah, I remember the news. You were 3.
No, 11 you remember, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
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 You don't remember happening, you remember the news. Did you ever watch Real in the Years?
I know what happened.
What were you doing when it happened?
In school. I was in school when it happened. I
Yeah.
think. No, it wasn't. If it would have, it would have been in school. I think
Just
it happened
remember
like
that.
9 in the morning. I'm trying to do the phone. It was like Monday on. It was 9 o'clock over there. It would have been about 1 o'clock here, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock here.
Yeah.
And I
Shows your
remember.
tongue.
And I remember. So I don't. You might be misremembering something, but I remember being in school and a teacher coming in saying, someone's after crashing into the Twin Towers. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you know what the Twin Towers were?
Yeah, I seen Home Alone loads of times, man. He went on top of it, like it was a big deal. It was
That
like
is,
fucking.
man.
That's the. Yeah, they were the biggest buildings in the. That's like the Burj Khalifa back then.
Yeah, well, yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Imagine a plane
Who's
flew
she?
into the Burj Khalifa. Oh man, go on Pornhub and check it out. Amazing.
But yeah, no, I couldn't even. That's a mad one. Even did you go to New? Oh, you lived in New York as well, didn't
I
you?
lived in New York.
For a
Yeah,
while,
yeah.
3 months or something.
Yeah, lived in New York for 3 months.
Guess what? Do you reckon you liked it or hated it?
I loved it.
No, we hated
I
it.
hated it.
Hated it. That's another thing. Like, people move abroad and they pretend like their life is great because nobody over here can fucking see what's going on. New York is shit. If you're not a fucking multi-millionaire, New York is hell.
Yeah.
Like, hell. The only way you're getting around New York is on the subway, and that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And the people in New York are so mean.
It's okay.
So mean.
It's okay. I'll touch you. My hands are sweating. I'm nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm excited.
Oh man, you're good.
I booked on Living Social to go to a comedy gig over there.
An R&B experience.
Yeah, an Airbnb.
R&B experience.
I went to a Diddy party.
I like the way we both went.
Yeah, making stew.
Give him that.
Before I booked a comedy gig to watch, to be a guest at it and stuff like that. And then I was walking around Manhattan and someone stopped me and says, "Hey, you into comedy?" And I'm like, "Oh, fucking love it, man. It's my favourite. Fucking love comedy." And then he's like, "Oh, this is for, who's your favourite comic and where are you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is my favourite comic. I'm from Ireland." He says,
Who did you say?
Who's my favourite comic? Well, back then?
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking Eddie Murphy or something like
Burj
that.
Khalifa.
But I was doing, so I was talking to him in the middle of the street, and I felt like we were getting on well. Like, this felt finally a nice bleeding person. And then he says, "Oh, there's a comedy night in this Comedy Cellar. I have tickets here if you want to go for 10 quid a pop." And I was like, you won't believe it. I'm actually going to that gig tonight. I got the tickets off Living Social. And he goes, "Well, what the fuck are you talking to me for?" I was like, "This is my best friend."
Was he a rep or something? Obviously.
He was a rep on the street, but I didn't fucking know
You
that.
thought he was just mates.
Yeah. And then there was another fella who was, everyone's trying to get something from you. Everyone's trying to sell you something or get something from you. There's another fella, a religious fella, like a Hare Krishna or something like that. You know what I mean? He handed me like
references I haven't a clue. Who's Hare
Harry
Krishna?
Potter. You ever see Expelliarmus?
Yeah, it was Harry Potter. I bumped into Harry Potter. Was that New York? Was that Bleeding Diagon Alley? I can't tell. But it was in New York, and there was this Hare Krishna. It's a religion, and he was giving out religious medals. Right. And I was like, "Oh, I'll take one of them." Like a little bit of spirituality, so I'll take one of them.
Pull up with me marathon medal.
Yeah, you're right beside it. And he goes, $10. And I'm like, "What? Oh, it's okay." And then he's like, "No, I can't take it back. $10. It's $10.
Oh,
and I'm like, "Man, I don't want this for 10 quid. You grand? Like, it's all right. I don't want to be part of your religion. I don't want to pay to fucking be in you. No, fuck off." Like, people attacking you, jumping on you, pushing you, being rude, being nasty. I went around leaving CVs into pubs, and you were like, "What the fuck are you coming in here for?" And stuff.
Really?
Like, "Oh man, suck me dick."
Burj Khalifa. Yeah, no, that's awkward. And Americans are so fucking, they're in your face, aren't they?
Well, especially New York ones are, yeah.
I've only been as a tourist. I love it. Now, it's obviously different.
I went as a tourist before.
Oh, have you?
Before that. And I thought living there would have been the exact same, but longer.
Oh, yeah,
and it's not.
Yeah. No,
living there is a different gravy, and it's... I hated it.
Money goes quick as well, I'd say, when you live there.
It's so expensive, man. It's so fucking expensive. And it's even more expensive now. And I got a call when I was over there to come back. I got a job here that I had applied for about 6 months previous. And he said, "Do you want this job?" And I was like, "I'm in New York at the minute." And he said, "Don't worry about it." And I'm like, No, please, I'll take it. I'm going to book a flight now. I'm going to hang up this phone and book a flight now. I was over there with the missus, and I was like, "I'm out of here. Good luck. Good night.
Really,
God bless." I was like, "If you come back, great. If you don't, see ya."
See you later.
And what happened? Did she come with you?
She stayed there because she was doing a college course there, and then she came back.
Is that why you went over? Was she doing college over there and you joined her, or what way?
Yeah, well, she was over there, and then I was working remotely as an editor for a multimedia company, so I could do that over there.
All right.
And work on the side as well.
All right,
Nice.
class,
Yeah. Whopper.
I didn't know.
That's Whopper. No way.
I don't.
Oh yeah, that's Whopper.
I was just assuming you went over there to do something with your sketches or whatever. Or
But
try
don't
to get
assume. Don't never assume. It's rude.
Yeah.
Well, you were doing the sketches now at this stage, were you?
Yeah.
And you just left that behind and said, "I'll go to New York."
Yeah, well, I mean, leaving sketches behind is not that big a fucking... It's New York. If you can't make it there, you'll make it nowhere.
I fucking hated it.
I'm glad I did it because I think when people move away, I feel like they're running away from themselves or something like that.
Yeah.
Even when you go to fucking Australia, there's loads of people going to Australia, and yeah, it's sunny and all, but like you dig in a garden, mate.
Yeah.
You'll be back. You'll be back, and you'll be at square one here. Like, you know what I mean? So just, mate, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm.
No, I think you're right.
I think you're right.
I do think you're right. And
Yeah.
You hear that, Dano?
I know a few. We
We
know a few people in Australia, but yeah, I know what you mean. I do agree with you. That I can't say that now because I do think people
You
do.
don't agree with everything. That's
I
the thing.
said, alright. You won't get in trouble. Fuck off, Dano. Don't listen to this episode. Get back to Ireland, will you?
But and here as well, I thought you went over there with the and you're a filmmaker as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
And an editor. I just wanted to bring up your movie now. Can I do that?
Oh, please.
Is that all right?
I'd love to. Yeah.
I'm
let's
not.
talk about it.
Did you see what I did there?
Yeah, nice.
No, but you have a movie. I know it's shot now.
Yeah, it's a short film. I made a short film. It's not funny now.
Yeah, no, HOMETIME.
Unless you're into that sort of sick shit. Pass.
It's a pleasure having you. No, let's get this. It's gonna be good. I think I haven't seen it. Can I see it,
man? Yeah. But like, I'll send you a link if you wanna watch it. And
it hasn't been out yet, though. Obviously, has it? It's
in the festivals at the minute. Like, it's doing the festival circuit. So before it gets a general release, it'll do the festival circuit for the year, and then I don't know, I'll sell it to the highest bidder or put it up.
Does it go through awards then at the end of that? Like at the end of the festival, you go to the award. Who was the best? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. At the end of each festival, there'll be awards.
Right.
So yeah,
the feedback so far from it.
Really good. Like, anyone that's watched it has been like blown away by it, and even me, I'm usually my biggest critic, and I'm not in it now. I'm not in, for anyone listening. Like, I'm not in this film. I just wrote it and produced it. Jonathan Lambert directed it. Lauren Larkin plays the mother in it, and Cole Murray plays the child in it. And it's about a child in the 90s spending the day in a pub with his ma, and the night just kind of spirals. The ma gets drunker and drunker. It's the child's birthday as well, just to make it a little bit sadder. And it just ends in it ends then. That's usually what happens, isn't it?
I was so intrigued. I was like, tell us more.
I was getting PTSD when you said that.
Yeah, well, that's what it's sort of. It's to kind of, because I was actually writing a comedy song on my guitar, and I was like, this isn't like fucking packet of Crips and a bottle of Coke shoved in the corner, it'll be all right, kind of thing. Yeah. But then I was like, do you know what? It's kind of not funny. It's sort of sad. So then I wrote a script and I sent it on to Jonna, and we decided, let's just fucking make this. You know,
John sounds like me and him put together. You sent on to us. Jeff O'Connor.
Yeah.
I like the way he's about laugh before he's even got that.
I knew there was a joke in there. And I just didn't know why. I was like,
you were smiling so much, I just could not smile back. You. His teeth are huge, aren't they?
Oh my god! You can't say that to me. I've got huge teeth as well.
All the good ones do. That's what I say. All the good ones do. Is this guy?
You real tiny teeth. Now you're gonna get insecure.
Show us those little Tic Tacs.
Little Agiles, they're cute, aren't they? Are they milk teeth?
Milk calf.
Fuck you up.
Is this guy? Was this like your contact, or why did you send to him? What was he?
I know him. I've been making stuff for him for a while. He filmed Free Gaff, the 2 seasons of Free Gaff, and he's made. He's just he's a videographer predominantly, but he wants to be a director, and he is a director now, and he's brilliant at it. He done like Come Fry with me and a bunch of sketches that I've done.
Class.
Yeah.
And see the way it's in all these festivals. When did you have to budget this yourself for everything?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. That's some commitment, fair play. And then it goes to all these festivals, and I'm assuming the buyers are at these festivals watching, are they?
The buyers? No, it's not. It's with a short film, you kind of just put yourself in the shop window with a short film.
Okay.
But if it wins awards and if it gets picked up, then it could be shortlisted for an Oscar. Now, it hasn't been shortlisted for an Oscar this year, but it could be shortlisted next year. Or I'm not saying that it will, but I'm saying if you have a short film, that could potentially happen. But that still doesn't mean a lot of money. That means you have a better chance of getting funding for your next project.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you'd make a short film.
Right. So the goal of this going, where do you want this to go? This film, like, where would you want people to see it?
I mean, go to a film festival. Anyone that's got like. Well, I don't know if we've gotten into Dublin International Film Festival yet, but that's coming up. Like we'll find out whether we got into that. So if it's at that, go to see it there.
Class.
Or anywhere. And then after the festival run is over, then I don't know, I'll probably talk to RTA. They'll probably have an opportunity to screen it, or
Put it on the player or whatever.
If you want to send us the link, we'll put it on our page. And
all right, will you?
No problem. Like,
when you send me your jokes, just send me. No, but that's what I was wondering. Where will I get to? Is that obviously this is your baby? Like, was that? Are you itching to get it out? Like, because you shot it a few years ago, did you?
No, this year.
Oh, it's only shot this year.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, no. We're only 6 days into this year. Last year. Sorry.
Yeah, I knew he was lying as soon as he said this year.
And last March, we filmed it last March. I wrote it last January, so I wrote it a year ago.
Class. And he itching for people to say, like, is
I'm fucking buzzing for it.
Yeah.
I really, really am, because I'm disappointed with the response from some of the festivals, but I know the people that I've shown it to have been nothing but have just given it praise.
Yeah.
So much praise, and anyone that's seen it just loves it. So I'm excited for people to see it.
Because you get so many people that are really, really artsy in those sort of film festivals and picking it apart. It's too intricate or something.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Like it's independently funded, so it doesn't have the backing of the bodies, the art bodies that are involved in some way, shape or form with the festivals as well. But also even in America, like it's the selection process for these festivals, you never know sometimes how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But like from the festivals that we have been selected for, it's gotten a great response at them and done really well. Like Cole Murray won an award, Rising Star, at the Elan Festival in the UK in London, that's the kid, yeah.
Oh, unreal. I heard you talk good praise about him. He was unreal, now was he?
Oh man, I choke up when I'm watching it.
Really, yeah.
Like my stomach gets fucking tense, and I'm like, I could cry if I let myself. I could easily just fucking cry watching it.
Is that you? Is this like a specific day in your life and you wrote it, or?
It's sort of just a feeling, like growing up in the 90s and being left in the pub for way too long and seeing someone that you love sort of lose control a little bit.
Yeah.
And the helplessness of being a child, because you can't do anything other than, can we please go home, like pleading to just go home. I just wanted to capture that feeling of helplessness.
Jeez, man, I know what you mean there when you say you feel like crying. That's real.
Yeah, man, it's so good. Honestly, and I feel okay to say that it's so good because it's not just mine. Yeah. It's the people in it. It's the people behind the camera. It's the lighting is gorgeous. The set design amazing. The sound design, the color on the film, like it's a really fucking. I just wrote it and produced it. Like everyone else made it.
Their own input in to make it is what it is.
The fucking costume, the hair, the makeup, everything. Like I'm so fucking happy with how.
Did you cast it?
Yeah.
Yeah, unreal. So it's literally just your baby, like.
Yeah. And me and John,
the opposite of that there.
No.
You just said it's not just his; it's everyone else's.
Of course, but casting's a big thing. He got to pick who that. Like, did you do auditions and all, or did you know everybody from being in? I don't know, entertainment or whatever. Like,
yeah, I kind of knew who I was getting for all the other part. Is the kids? The kid we didn't know.
Okay.
What happened actually?
That would have been weird if you did. Just know 11-year-old.
What happened with Lauren?
Practice marathon training, chasing kids. Come here.
I wrote it. And me and Jono were talking, we were already in pre-production, we were already talking about casting options and stuff like that. And then I got a text message out of nowhere, and it was Lauren Larkin, who plays the Ma in the film. And she goes, "Hey Joe, you don't know me." And I didn't.
Yeah.
This was a DM on Instagram. "You don't know me, but I'd love to like work with you on something." And it was like, and that's who she was fucking perfect for that character. Yeah. And I felt like it was bleeding divine intervention or something. Like I'm like, this stars are lining up here. Like,
yeah, stuff like that when it happens, nice. It's crazy. It's once in a lifetime and stuff like that happens, isn't it? But there you go. Like,
yeah, it's incredible. She's amazing. She's so fucking good, man.
Was she the first to cast it?
Yeah.
If it gets in Dublin International, when is that?
That's in February, I think.
That'd be deadly. Yeah. How long is it? I know it's a short film, but how long is the short film?
It's about 12 minutes.
Oh, class.
12 to 14 minutes, yeah.
And how many days?
5'6", is it?
How many days did you shoot it and whatnot?
3 days to shoot it.
Class.
Yeah.
In the blind referee, is that the pub you used?
No. Actually, the blind ref is at the outside, the exteriors of the blind ref.
Oh, is it actually, yeah?
And then when they go in the blind ref, we had to use a different pub because we needed the space.
Oh, right.
It's the Goose Tavern.
Oh, is that where you're from as well? Is that local?
I've just used there before, but it's kind of up off Griffith Avenue.
Ah, right.
Marino. It's a lovely pub.
North
We're there
side.
for the pub.
You hadn't a clue either.
No, just a little. Right beside
Where
Croke
are you
Park now,
from?
isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Drimna.
Germany.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know where that is?
This is Mull's wifey's as well, then.
Yeah. This is, we've a running joke. This is in Cork.
Yeah, may as well.
Thanks
yeah.
for coming down, by the way, actually.
No
All the way
worries.
down to
No
Cork.
Yeah,
worries,
it's
very scary. Very scary down there.
Yeah, we're out.
No
Drimna's not too far though. To be fair, we make it in about 25 minutes with traffic. It's not the worst. Like, but this is obviously even further for you. So, do you still live down there?
No, I'm in Coolock now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
But,
So, no worries. It's okay.
You're going to be alright getting home with the Beamer, yeah?
With the BMO. Yeah, well, I was going to get the helicopter, but I think Darren has it.
oh, that's deadly. Is there anything else you want to bring up? Talk about?
No, if you're happy, then I'm happy.
I'll just see Carl looking at us.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Oh,
I
man.
can feel it as well.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Carl. No, let's keep going. Fuck him.
Yeah. If you want to turn off yourself, yeah? Imagine we just wouldn't let him. Hold him back.
Tell us more about the sketches, Joe. Tell us more about the sketches.
Yeah, just as well I want to bring up there. You said the lighting was gorgeous. Not the lightning. You said the lighting was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Can
That's alright. That's okay.
Say
No,
the word gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on the
Joe.
context.
What, like
I
what?
don't want to go out. I love you. There, I said it. Because he's slagging me for saying gorgeous.
No,
I want context on this.
It's different. It's different though.
We were
because
driving
that's an
out
artsy gorgeous
We were
in terms
driving
of the film. We were driving. No,
Out
when
here. It was out here.
it was not when we were in Tenerife.
No, it was driving out here the first time we did it.
And we looked at the sky and I said, "That's whopper," and he goes, "Yeah, it's gorgeous." Can you not say that?
That's so weird. I was with my brother years ago. He got a car for the first time and he was driving, and we were going along the coast along Dollymount, and the sun was setting, and it was gorgeous. And we were going along, and it was kind of awkward. Like, we weren't really talking, we weren't really saying anything. And he looks at it, and then he just looks ahead and he goes, "That's beautiful, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he just goes, "Is that gay?" Well, not now, like, you know. If it was, it'd be kind of incestuous as well. Like.
Nothing wrong with it if it is as well.
Right, so gorgeous probably isn't a great word.
It's better than beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad now he said that, you know that? Because we had Enya Martin here and he was like, "Can you say gorgeous?" She said you can't now.
He was saying the food in this pub is fabulous and all
No,
this
I never
crap.
said.
He was saying
He brings up.
You can say that you want.
Thank you.
You can say whatever you want.
Exactly.
yeah,
There we go.
That's what I meant to say.
Do you know what's you know the best thing is like this? He keeps saying, "Oh, you and me, you and me." He agrees with me. That's
Yeah.
even better.
But I agree with you sometimes.
We're all one.
We
We are all one.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's start. So everyone just want to introduce you to Joe. We're into it. We're in it. Thanks
Do you
very
know what?
much.
Yeah, I hate when you say this, but like I feel like we didn't even fucking could talk in here for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what we were saying at the start, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Didn't
could
even
just
talk
go on.
about the sketches or everything else that you've done, but
Yeah. But I've done them. And people already, you know, people know that. People don't give a shit anyway.
I know people love them. I think you always say that about. I've heard you say that before. Do you not think like?
I think people have heard me talking about them and stuff like that.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
What you mean?
But you don't want. That's what we.
Yeah, that was
we
sick of it as well. Yeah.
But we always say two things. We don't want to repeat stories that we've heard guests say before.
Yeah.
And second
Sorry
of all,
then. Sorry about
no,
that.
no. We didn't
No,
because we didn't
no.
ask you. That's another thing is we don't want to be interviewed. So you don't want people to come in here and think they're being interviewed.
Yeah.
We just want
that's why we don't prepare questions.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. Oh, okay.
It's a facade.
we want.
You like that big words?
Lovely.
Because he liked
lovely.
a bit. You
A
used
little bit of French in there and everything. Nice, multilingual.
Oh.
Oui, oui.
Let's go.
Elvis isn't French. But yeah, we like to have just, as we said before the camera was on, we want that to be it. You know, just having a chat now. I know we said our guard does go up and the camera comes on, but it's that just chat for an hour and everything flows.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going. Where you going with this?
Is this part of the podcast? Is this your sign off?
Thanks. No, this is it, Carl Press. No, so just honestly, we had so much, not even questions, but just stuff to touch off. But that was deadly, man.
You happy with that? Yeah.
No, we're dead. Definitely.
Well,
We'd
you know.
love to.
Not really. No.
I not know.
We do it again.
Yeah. Would you come back?
Part 2. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Hands are shite. Hands are sweaty, sorry.
Oh, the arse sweaty. What the arse
Do you
sweaty?
know what? I'm in. Honestly.
Oh, but that's
They're very
a weak.
small,
That's a
aren't
weak. That's a weak handshake, man. That felt like shaking a little
Shaking
girl,
Steve.
a little
He's a
girl's
custom-
hands.
He's a custom steering wheel.
Oh, for fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know who he likes. He keeps going back and forward.
Tell me, I don't like anyone. I don't like
I don't
anyone.
think he hates either of us, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is. Do you hate any of us?
I don't hate you, but I don't like you either.
No,
like,
yeah, yeah.
particularly.
We'll take it. We'll take
Take
it.
it.
Oh my god! Where's the chemistry, lads? Where's the chemistry? It's supposed to be on this
Yeah, doesn't that
wavelength.
look like Greg's sausage roll brand? No?
No,
Ah,
no.
fuck off. Thought you were going to land on a high there, lads.
No.
Thanks for going on,
You
Joe.
actually brought it down.
That- yeah, we'll cut that.
The
I know,
chemistry
I
was
thought we were gonna
good.
keep going.
Can you edit that? Yeah. Right. Joe, we'd love to have you back.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Fuck off. Yeah. Do you know you're good at that?
What?
Going in and out, like, because you're having a laugh and then you're just like, yeah, switch. He's after getting me so many times there. I'm like,
That's just what people do when they just don't like you.
You just keep walking into it, man.
Doesn't it look like Greg? You know Greg sausage rolls, no?
I'm off.
No, I'm not familiar with the Greg sausage rolls logo.
Anyone who's watching, watch and let me know.
Stop making me paranoid.
Sorry, bro,
Smash it.
sorry.
Did you have a logo? Is that like an old jumper, or did you buy that like that?
Here, what?
Is that a choice? Is that expensive?
Yeah.
Is it?
No, no way, is it?
Nah,
He
it's
does
pennies,
this.
innit?
Do you know what he does? Yeah, he goes to pennies and all. And you know Sarah with the sales and he gets these designer looking tops?
Yeah.
Then he goes around like he's the fucking King Kong here.
King Kong. Does he go around with designer tops?
I walked in here on and he was like this. I was like, what? But yeah, I'm going to end it. Joe,
Legend. Thanks very much.
I hope your movie does make it to Dublin International Comedy Festival.
Thank you. The comedy
I hope your
festival?
movie makes it to
It's
Paddy
not
Power
funny, I
Festival.
said. Literally said it's not funny.
No, but we're dying to see it. Thanks
It's
for
very
being-
sad.
We love
Very
the wet
sad.
bandits and everything that you've
We
done.
love the wet bandits and the bald.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start calling you two the sticky bandits.
But honestly,
My hands
Yeah.
are really sweating, aren't
One
they?
day-
Tissue him, a tissue with you with sticky hands now. I don't know what you were doing before I got here.
thinking about it. No,
That's why you were so excited. I told you. To bring it down.
no, but we do hope two things people need to do: watch that when it comes, and obviously they know your style isn't on podcast now. But bold need to give that a listen to. That's fucking class.
Thank you.
No bother. Thanks, Joe.
Cheers.
Nice one. Thanks for having us on.
I hope you like us. No bother.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
on. There we
Did
go.
you get it? Did you mean that?
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, no bother. Thanks.
Nice one. I didn't mean it, but I'll take it.